Welcome, brothers, to planet Karkoshwald, where we had some mechanical shenanigans going on. Trying to figure out whether this planet has a corrupt population or in any way infested by gene stealers. And what have your findings so far been?
That as of a year and a half ago, they did not have an infestation. But Ingvar is certainly not satisfied with that answer and wants to get a more current readout of the genetic makeup of the servitors and tech priests of this world.
You can never be too sure.
You are also assisted by Verulus, the servo skull here, who was given to you by your host's apothecary, Amael. It is the skull of one of his very trusted servants. Despite his limited Vox capabilities, he is the one able to make tech use and Medicaid tests for you. What are you doing next?
I think we were gonna access the terminal to see if we could, begin testing or something along those lines.
Yeah, I think we were doing something like that, trying to find a place where we could, maybe set things up so that we could start doing testing. If I remember right, there was a place we saw where regular humans were going in and then they were coming out servitors. So that might be a good place to start.
Mm-hmm. You were given access to 3 areas, if I remember correctly. I think you've already been to one of them. That's where you got your initial findings. Now to the servitorization facility. It's easy to find. It's one of the busiest areas around here. And you see a Magos Dominus being the head of this whole organization here. He's the one who is looking over the servitorization process. All sorts of servitors. Combat servitors, utility servitors. They are all made here. The Dominus sees you approaching and will let you know that
the servitorization process is halted for now, Space Marines. How may I assist you?
Negos, we are here to ensure the purity of this planet. While we have obtained your records from a test done some time ago, we require more current records to ensure the purity and safety of this manufactorum world. To that end, you will assist us in collecting new data.
I will proceed to gather biological data from the newly servitorized.
And he goes and takes samples from each servitor that is still in the production line, basically.
I don't know if there's a way to do this without him noticing, but I kinda, and I'll check in with my battle brother on this. Lucian, should we have Verilis take a sample of the Magos down there just in case?
If there is to be corruption on this planet, it will certainly be one of the Magos. Otherwise, the Tyranid would not be able to fully corrupt this planet as a servitor.
Enough. So yeah, gonna approach him with Verilis and order Verilis to collect a genetic sample.
Mm-hmm. Verilis will do just that. Acquiring sample. He approaches the tech priest from behind as he's still busy collecting very slowly genetic material from every servitor. It's gonna take years to take a sample from its every servitor.
Right.
And Verilis succeeds. With a small pincer, he pinches the tech priest on one of his fleshy parts and takes some blood from him. Of course, the tech priest notices and responds with a pained grunt.
Ouch! Administering pain inhibitors. What is this all about?
You are not above suspicion, Magos. Your samples will be required as well as the samples of all your brethren.
My body has been purified. It has been merged with the sacred machine. I have no other corruption than flesh itself.
Then you would have no problem with some samples being taken. Unless you are hiding something, Magos.
If you require samples from every engine seer and magos of this planet, you shall have them. You only need ask them from the Archmagus. Though his very busy schedule would require a set meeting for that. Data such as this is very sensitive and is not to be given. So
I am sure he will make. I'm sure that he would make time for us. This is the highest priority.
You may go then. Go pinch someone else.
He turns to Verulus, and Verulus says to him, "Do you require first aid, my lord?" And the Magos just goes like, "I love you, I love you." Screeches in Binaric and leads the Servo Skull back to you.
If you will allow me, Space Marines, I have business to attend to. These people will not servitorize themselves. The fate of whole worlds lays with them.
And he returns to fixing whatever the issue is with the servitorization process.
Why has the servitor process been halted, Magos?
A misbehaving machine spirit is all.
When has it started?
We have to appease it with a ritual. It just happened today. I suppose it does not like surprise visitors.
I see.
And your presence around it creates unexpected data.
I see. Then that is all.
Mm-hmm.
And then in personal box, just gonna call Yingbar and says, "What makes you? You think there are things going on behind the background?"
It could be some sabotage they are not aware of, but I am doubtful of this. I have a feeling that there is some corruption within the tech priests. Barilus, what is your analysis of that one's genetic material manifested?
Sample is clear of corruption. 99.99% human.
Well, it's probably not that one then.
But those around him, maybe. You should pay a visit to the Archmagos.
I agree.
Burles, do you know where the Archmagos is at the moment?
Processing. Do you require first aid, my lord? Verulus does not know the location of the Archmagus.
I guess that means we must approach the other Magos to see where the Archmagos is.
A most unpleasant task, but it must be done.
There is a lot of other Magi around.
Do you want to do the task, or would you ask me to do it, brother?
Either would do. Though I'm sure you're more persuasive than me.
We'll see if my disdain for these machine mongers doesn't interfere with that. But I will try. And he will, remembering how we basically had to chase down a Maggie before, or a Magi, rather, he will just run to the nearest one, try to, if he has to, grab him, and just say, You, Magos, where is your Archmagos this day? Oh, we're going somewhere.
You find this guy over here. He's working on these, on this thing, this cube, and he reluctantly turns to address you.
Archmagus is very, very busy. What is the matter of importance to you? What do you require of the Omniscience blessed servants?
We are here to determine the genetic purity of the creatures of this world. We have recently found evidence in this sector of corruption by Xenos infiltrators. This world's importance to the Imperium requires us to ensure that it is free of all corruption. We are to enlist your Archmagos for this task.
The flesh bags require the help from the Mechanicus once again. A very expected outcome. I shall commune with the machine spirits to determine the Archmagus location. I would require 3 seconds, if you may please.
And the Magos look goes blank as he starts making mechanical sounds like a router or a modem machine.
Is it the AOL sound?
Yeah.
I was thinking of that.
For exactly 3 seconds. He responds.
The Archmagos is in his laboratorium, bringing
Where is that location?
the Omniscience designs to life. It would be a 30% chance of negative interaction if you were to interrupt him.
And if this planet is not found to be pure, there is 100% chance of catastrophic results. I imagine we can persuade him with that knowledge.
I pray that your calculations are true. And if you find any amount of corrupted individuals, bring them to this planet to be servitorized and be made useful once again. Their flesh may
You will
not go
also
to waste.
submit. You will also submit to biological testing. Verilis, take a sample.
Commencing.
And
No one is above this.
pinches the tech priest. And again, pain inhibitors.
Ouch!
Verulus begins the analysis.
Subject
I actually wanna
is 99.99% human.
What was it?
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say I want to stand here and wait it out with the Magos, but we just did. Well, you are a fine specimen of humanity. Continue doing the Allfather's work, Magos. We appreciate your assistance.
I follow the Omniscience will. May he ever bless you and your weapons of war. For you are very useful. A weapon to turn against the enemies of the Imperium and the Omnissiah.
Indeed. Come, Yngvar, let us meet with the Archmagos.
Post haste.
Ah, falling.
You see Skitari troopers around there. The signature units of the Mechanicus. Best quality cybernetics, augmented even further by designs of the Omnissiah. It is the epitome of union between flesh and machine. They use weapons so dangerous, so radioactive even, that if they were regular humans, they would have been long dead. You are at the entrance of the Manufactorum, where the Archmagus is. Here you are required to answer to a servitor who you are, what you are doing here, and other such menial information.
We are here
Servant.
to see the Archmagos Servitor. It deals with major importance of this planet.
The servitor responds,
You may voice your exact concerns to me, and I shall forward them to the Archmagus through Vox.
the servitor presents a Vox receiver to one of you.
If we do not see the Archmagos and complete our mission here, this planet may well be destroyed. Tell that to him.
The servitor repeats your exact words in the Vox receiver. Another servo skull shows up. This one. And it speaks with the Archmagus's voice.
What do his angels require of me?
We are here to obtain genetic samples and the assessment of the purity of the servitors, mechanicus, workers, and all magos that exist upon this planet. We have reason to suspect that there may be an alien infiltrator that has found its way into the human or perhaps the mechanicus stock of this world. And we need to ensure that this infiltrator is found and eliminated. We request your aid in obtaining the samples needed.
I will be happy to oblige. You may have access to this planet's databanks regarding the purity of its human population. cogitator servitor is being transported to your location right now.
Would also be very kind of you, Archmagos, if you would also present us a sample from yourself as well.
This servo skull bears all my genetic data. It is, for all matters of use, a copy of me. You may commune with it to receive its holy data.
Private Vox, do we trust this Archmagos? Or should we be more insistent?
Depends. Let us first check the others before fully forcing our hands on the Archmagos.
Very well. So, if I'm understanding it right, that servo skull, it has the Archmagos' biological data and the data of... Or is it supposed to assist us in collecting the data? I'm not sure if I understand it right.
I think the servo skull has just the
yeah.
Archmagos sample, and then a servitor is supposed to lead us to get more, I believe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The Archmagos' servo skull comes closer. And,
You may extract my data.
Wireless.
Verilus obliges. Beginning medical procedure. The servo skulls integrate with one another for a few seconds. And the Archmagos' servo skull announces
Data transfer complete.
then it moves back away. A few steps back. Verilus says, "Do you require first aid, my lord?"
What is the results of the data you just received? What percentage of human is our Archmagos here?
And how
Processing.
recent was that sample?
Sample age 30 years old. 99.99% human.
Suspicious for now, but let us continue on.
Verilus. From what I remember, these Magos tend to live sometimes longer than we do. If he's been here a long time, then this wouldn't have had the opportunity to breed into him, as it were.
One of the servitors leads you to a cogitator array where the rest of the data you are requesting is stored.
Verilus, extract this data and compare it with the data you received earlier.
Starting medical procedure.
Verilus begins to collect the data and starts to process it. It has millions of people analyzed here. You can tell it will take some time until Verilus goes through every single one of them. At last, he finishes his analysis.
Human population of this planet has genetic material 99.99% compatible with human DNA.
Do these results match the results of the data you took from the earlier terminal?
Genetic material matches. Insufficient data on mortality rate. Do you require first aid, my lord?
Insufficient data on mortality rate. What does that mean? That they're not recording the deaths?
Considering the amount of servitors they go through, that isn't that strange. Unfortunately.
True. But it could be a way to hide something. Perhaps if the servitor is actually dead.
Since we have been given full access, I believe, let us check closely about the unaccounted death rate.
Make a scrutiny check.
No dice.
Nope. 1 second.
Definitely not. That's 71. That's way...
75.
Damn. Yeah, because my scrutiny...
You know what?
is
I
that-
will spend a fate point just to make sure. Hey, I got it. Holy crap.
Cool.
That's 19 out of 20.
Alright. So you can tell that there is one specific facility that has varying mortality rates in the data. The initial data you got had a relatively high mortality rate, and the second one has a lot smaller mortality rate.
Here's the
Either they
inconsistency.
have, either they have shored up the cause of their deaths, or someone is hiding new ones.
I think we should investigate this facility.
I agree.
Yeah. This one also has a strong Skitari presence. And it is 45 as well. This is the Megos responsible for this area.
Holy crap is huge.
He's on a
Oh, jeez.
platform. With these mechandendroids, he is able to traverse even the most difficult to access places, and he's also able to move himself and other tools and machinery that might be required. He's built.
If I were an Iron Priest... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
If I were an Iron Priest, that might actually be impressive. In the meantime, Megos! We require access to your facility. We found some discrepancies in data that we need to further scrutinize.
What is it? Can't you see I'm busy?
We are attempting to ensure the safety and purity of this planet. There is nothing more important. The logs of casualties in this facility have inconsistencies within them and require further investigation. We are here to do this kindly. Don't give us a reason to do it unkindly. I'll make an intimidate check if you want. If not, that's fine too.
I wouldn't say that would be a sufficient intimidation attempt to this tech priest.
Okay, fair enough.
He hovers closer to you, presents his whole girth.
Oh god, he's like fucking Baron Harkonnen, isn't he, in terms of like his size?
Mm.
Oh wow, that model is detailed. That's impressive.
Mortality rates may differ depending on whether the person described as deceased is able to be servitorized.
But such a
Subjects
decrease.
that
Sorry.
cannot be made useful are catalogued as complete, as fatalities. Others may only be catalogued as injuries. Not all adepts agree to this categorization. Maybe that is the answer to your question, Astartes.
Varus, take a sample of this one.
Starting medical procedure.
Verulus approaches the tech priest and pinches one of its fleshy bits. The tech priest does not respond. And Verulus
Processing. Sample. .99 compatibility with human DNA.
Is this some
Well,
form
it
of
is.
joke?
There is absolutely nothing I find humorous about this, Magos. No one is above suspicion. Not you, not the Archmagos, and none of your brethren, for that matter. We found discrepancies in the data. If you had a consistent practice in terms of who was to, or what constituted a service... I'm not sure how to say that word. If you had a consistent practice in which bodies could be servitorized, there would be no discrepancy. Now you have shown yourself through this sample to not be corrupted. Blessings of the All-Father be upon us for that. But we still need to figure out why there is a discrepancy within the data. Perhaps someone under you is trying to hide something.
None escape my scrutiny. I make sure to keep my underlings in line, and I go through even their personal data myself. Nothing they do, think, or see escapes me.
And how recent do you do those checks?
Their data is instantly transported, uploaded to my cogitators and databags. I am scrutinizing at this moment as we speak. And I can assure you, none of my servants are doing anything suspicious, heretical, or take part in any corruptive activity. If you wish to see for yourselves, please follow.
Then lead the way, Magos.
Let us see.
And she takes you to a more secure facility. Like this. And you can see
Crap's that a
the...
Titan?
Hmm?
Is that, holy crap, is that a Titan?
Yes.
Oh, holy shit, that is a Titan right there.
And here you can see all the very many servitors working on it. And trying to return it to its former glory, as it has parts of its armor missing. Some internal parts look scrambled and in need of repair.
This facility functions in top secrecy, as these gifts of the Omnissiah are not to be shared with anyone who is not trustworthy enough.
As well they should be, Magos. And you can imagine why we are afraid that there may be some corruption in this facility, especially knowing this now. Imagine what this fully repaired and capable of its devastating power could do if it fell into the hands of Xenos saboteurs.
Exactly. I understand your concerns, but I see them misdirected. If it was any weakness of the flesh our subjects have received, or any corruption, we would be the first to put them down and study it to prevent any further troubles, any further spread of this corruption.
We should have asked the Archmagos this question, but better to ask somebody than nobody. Where do you get the stock that it becomes your servitors? The humans that come to this world and are modified. His pause was a lot longer than that. He was struggling to think of a neutral word. Modified to serve.
Has there any been stock from planet Oberhand?
There it is.
Oberhand has very poor stock for servitorization. very poor mental capacity. There have been occasions where, even when servitorized, people from that planet would still maintain their animalistic behaviors and strong inhibitors of sexual desire had to be implanted.
Wait. Have you had any recent ones lately then?
None that were worthy of servitorization.
And what happened to those that were not worthy?
They became the mortality rate statistic. Used to their maximum capacity and not given any repairs or Medicaid attention. To put it in a more understandable to you way, worked to death.
And
Are
this
there
was
any alive now? Or are they all dead?
No subjects from planet Overhand have survived or reached even servitorization.
You think that is a discrepancy?
It would make sense. I still worry about what those creatures, disguised as humans, could do, even being inhibited with chemicals and forced to work to death. Megos, have there been any unexplained or unexpected delays in the projects that this manufactorum has been working on? Any unexplained acts or unexplained breakdowns in equipment?
All tech adepts of this planet work tirelessly to maintain a productivity rate and have the machinery work at maximum capacity. Any breakdowns are attributed to lack of faith, the weakness of the flesh, and technical failures. There have been no undocumented breakdowns or halts in the production of this planet.
Not even today?
You are referring to the servitorization complex.
Correct.
Our adepts have been working on the matter, appeasing the machine spirit, who appears to be shaken or afraid by your presence.
In a private box, gonna ask Young, can a machine spirit be corrupted by the Xenos?
I know not. Wait. Do you remember when we first landed on the Hive world? We found a mutated skull inside a servo turret.
Do you think they have done that to some of the other equipments here?
I think it is possible enough that we need to check.
Magos, have you used any of the Oberhans that failed to meet your standard as server skulls?
Incorrect. Such honor is bestowed only to people native to this planet.
So no.
Are any of their parts used in the machinery of any of the manufactorum devices, such as the serverization? I don't know what to call it. Machine.
There are servitors that originated from Oberhand. As we are doing we are posting our servitors in a cyclic time schedule. There have been at times servitors from Oberhand working on the servitorization complex.
Looks like we gotta double back and check that place.
We do. Magos, there may have been sabotage. Not from within, as I expected, but coming from Oberhan. I would suggest, if it has not already been done, a complete ban on any servitors or any humans coming from that planet.
That would decrease the planet's efficiency and output.
Considering what we are facing, it is a lot better than full-on sabotage, Magos.
Bring me evidence of this. I shall not halt this planet's production based on assumptions and debased conclusions.
Did we take any evidence with us to this planet, or is it all in the battle barge?
Evidence from Oberhand.
Mm-hmm.
It would be on the barge. It can be voxed here, or there has to be a servo skull or any other data bank transported here with the data, like a data slate or something similar to that.
Would Verilus have it then?
Verilus wasn't with you in Oberhand, and I wouldn't say he has a vast collection of necessary data for the, in this case, he wouldn't have enough to convince the tech priest to do anything.
In that case, Lucian's just gonna calm Yangvar and says, should we call the battle barge to relay the information?
Indeed. We need all the evidence. At this point, it seems like the Magos, or at least the Magoses we have tested, can be trusted. They need to know what is coming from Overhan.
Alright then. Yeah, Lucian is now gonna vox the battle barge to send over the information to translate to the Magos.
Right away, brother. Relaying data.
As data is transported down, and it's been looked at by the tech priests. They react with curses and they start praying for the Omnissiah to bless them and keep them safe of such fleshy weaknesses.
Now do you understand why we are scrutinizing everything?
It is apparent. No wonder the subjects from Oberhand were of such poor quality. Their genetic material was diluted. Appalling. Fortunately, my implants prevent me from regurgitating.
Private Vox, thank goodness for small mercies.
Indeed, brother, indeed.
Now then, I think attention is needed at your servo machine.
We shall go.
And he begins to go towards there, leading the way.
Really hope this plan is clean. Really hope.
Yeah, well, I'm getting the impression that it's clean. It's just that these forced laborers from Oberhan did some sabotage. We'll see.
Oh man.
Oh. New map. Never mind.
It did look like a new map.
The servitorization process had restarted while you were away.
Does it stop when we get near it again?
Yes. You can hear the tech adept that had just managed to start cursing again and make weird mechanical noises.
Perhaps it's because we killed the Primarch. Well, not the Primarch, the, what is it?
I know what you're trying to say, I just can't remember the word either.
Patriarch, there we go. The Patriarch.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, that is correct.
This tech priest demands to know
What is the meaning of this? Why hasn't the cemeterization process been fixed yet?
the responsible tech priest will respond.
This Omnissiah forsaken machine spirit keeps breaking down. We've been at it, appeasing it and calming it for the last 2 hours, Adept.
When was this
believe-
machine spirit built?
Come again, sorry?
When was this machine spirit been built?
This machine spirit is millennia old. It's been serving the Omnissiah for thousands of years.
Any recent updates or upgrades on it?
That's blasphemy. To alter the Omnissiah's designs, this machine spirit has been untouched.
Did the most recent batch of stock from Oberhan work on this machine? Assist in repairing it in any way? I know they were not so... But was the workforce used and interact with it in any way?
The last time any individuals, any servitors originating from Oberhand worked in this facility was years ago. $6,372 days, to be exact.
Brother, you're the one who can do quick calculations.
How much would that be?
A lot.
That is...
372 days. 2 years. 17.45 years.
Oh, that's
17
well within
years?
this generation.
Yeah. And considering... Yeah, actually, it's still within time limit.
Mm.
Should
That
check.
is well. Yes, that is well within the time where the most recently corrupted generation from Oberhan could have been mixed in with the stock that was brought here. They could have sabotaged it. Done something very difficult to detect, minuscule, that would pay off in such a time.
I shall have a look at it, Magos. Observe and gather data with as much detail as you can. Holy Omnissiah, bless me with knowledge.
And the Magos will commune with the machine. You can see every light turn up. It starts to shake violently. As the Magos interacts with it, calms it. And finally,
Blessed Omnissiah, the machine spirit has returned to its functional state. You may continue, Magos. Any future failures might warrant changes. Do not allow yourself to be as useless as today.
By the Omnissiah's will, I shall try.
and the servitorization continues. One by one, servitors pop up on the production line.
Magos, were you able to determine what was disturbing this machine spirit? Why it was so volatile?
The machine's spirit appears to have a change in temperament. While it has been resolute for millennia past, for whatever reason, it became agitated and it was overcome by unease and stress. That what prayer is for.
In your communion, did it speak to what had uneased it so?
Perhaps its databanks were beginning to run out of space. And with precise cleansing, I was able to return it to function. Small increments of data had to be sacrificed, but it was worth it.
Do you require first aid, my lord?
Not sure what I require right now. private locks. As suspicious as I have been, brother, I can't think of anything more we could reasonably do beyond go to the millions of citizens of the world and test them individually. I'm more than happy to hear your own ideas, the Mechanicus workings, and cogitating of data has always been an area of mine that requires growth.
I am going to try one more time to use science to see if I can feel anything.
Make a science test. And I will also ask for a scrutiny test.
Alright, so this is the science. 55. I do not get it. Then scrutiny. Scrutiny I do get.
Mm-hmm. The population might not be corrupted, but there is still things the Mechanicus are hiding from you 100%. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Guys?
Hello, welcome back.
There it is.
The reason why the machine spirit was breaking down in your presence wasn't expanded, wasn't wasn't explained.
Uh,
Trying to think if I have anything that can actually help us proceed in this situation, and I don't think I do.
could always call out.
I really want to know what's going on here, but yeah, that's what I've got right now. Yeah, I'm really racking my brain as to what I could do to be helpful, and I mean, I get, but your scrutiny test was on what you got from the siren, I think.
No, I failed the science.
Oh, that's true.
So I will relay my scrutiny to Young Warren. Says they are hiding something from us, brother. Exactly what, I am unsure.
Can Ingvar make his own scrutiny test to try to suss out more of what this Magos is not saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. He is meaning I'm going to, or rather he is going to take off his helmet for the first time, so that I can use Wolf Sense and re-roll this. Okay, let's see here. That's perception at half, so I need to get D4. That is a success on 21, and so I will choose not to re-roll it.
You see a Verulus stand between you and the servitorization complex main cogitator, and he repeats whenever your eyes go to him. Do you require first aid, my lord? Before he turns to look at the cogitator, where the Magus interfaced and where the previous Magus was also working on.
So he's not asking me, he's asking the machine. Maybe it's first aid.
Remember, Verulus has a very limited Vox capacity, and whenever he has to ask anything very specific or doesn't know how to respond, he will repeat the phrase with the first aid.
That just gave me an idea. He'll put his helmet under his arm, and Ingvar will say to Verulus, Verulus, loyal and honorable servant, can you communicate directly with this machine spirit?
He tilts back and forth, nodding in agreement.
Can you please do that for us? Commune with the machine spirit, identify the source of it, distress and pain.
Ferulus slowly and stealthily goes to the side where he is still able to integrate with the machine and will commune with it. And you see him shaking when he does so.
Ingvar will put his hand on the back of the servo skull to support.
And when he is done, still shaking, he disconnects from the machine and says, "I require first aid, my lord."
Wait, that's different.
How does
And,
one give first?
through a personal link to your helmet's
Ingvar
dis-
quickly puts his helmet on to keep it mute so others can't hear it.
in your helmet's displays, he shows that the machine spirit has been erasing the servitorized people memories deliberately before turning them into servitors. So they not only have suppressed memories due to the servitorization, they have memories that have been erased before they even became servitors. Something that the Mechanicus don't want anybody else to see or know.
We peel back one layer only to find another. Personally, all I can think to do is directly confront the Magos. Private Vox, sorry, should have said that.
Then we may have to. We need to make sure this planet is fully cleansed before moving on.
I agree. So Yingvar will go to this Magos that is hiding something from us, but, you know, apparently is mostly on the up and up. And how would Ingvar approach this? Yeah, I think he's gonna go the blunt route. And yeah, he's just going to say, "Listen, Magos. We know you're hiding something from us. This machine has been erasing the memory of the thralls that go into it to be servitorized. There's something you don't want us to know. And if we report back to our battle barge that is what is happening here, there will be more of my brothers coming here, and they may not be so kind. So tell me now, what are you hiding?"
The tech priest very calmly says,
The Omnisire has secrets not everybody can handle. We are doing our best to protect the rest of the Imperium from this burden.
Your
What are you
righteousness is
suggesting?
duly noted. I am suggesting that you and this entire facility are hiding something out of shame. Shame that perhaps is not needed, but regardless, you are hiding. I don't like it when people hide from me, Magos. Tell me what memories you have been erasing in these thralls. What have you been taking from them that was so dangerous that none could know?
We have been strategically cleansing data from them that is either useless or might even prove dangerous if revealed to the uninitiated. We are keeping everyone safe.
Megos, you know the reason why we are here. You know why we ask these questions. Now, help us help you. What are you hiding from us?
You have come here in search of genetically corrupted individuals, and you have been assured that there are none. Any data that has been erased from the servitors is of no correlation to your search.
We know that if you will not tell us what this data is, we can verify nothing as long as you continue to obfuscate like a coward.
By revealing any of this information to you, I put you in great danger.
Megos, we are always in danger.
We are the All-Father's weapons. Danger is our home.
Make a charm test.
Okay, let's see about charm. What is charm? Charm is fellowship. Okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, come on. Come on, dice. Oh, maybe. Nope, I don't think so. That's a 2. That is, looks like a 40. Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, cool.
8 out of 18. Oh.
I can only entrust you with this information if you, in turn, make it so that you eliminate the Mechanicus's enemies. These people that have their memories cleansed have come in contact with Xenos technology.
As long as the Mechanicus enemies are the Imperium enemies, I can agree to that.
And after all, does not the Mechanicus always say that the enemies of the Imperium are the enemies of the Mechanicus?
There are individuals inside the Imperium that do not wish to make use of this knowledge, and they will hunt anyone with such knowledge down.
I am a space wolf. Anything that hunts me will quickly find itself hunted and torn to pieces.
And I am Elementor. I am used to great odds against me.
I shall inform you then that on this planet, Dark Eldar artifacts are being kept and studied.
Wait, did he say Eldar artifacts?
Dark Eldar.
Yep.
Oh, Dark Eldar. Okay, that's even worse, but Ingvar will not react just yet.
The servitors were working on this tech along with tech adepts so that we may take any useful data so that we may improve upon our designs. And
How
once
careful are you with
these,
this?
As you have seen, no information of this ever leaves this planet.
What of harvesting the actual information itself? How careful are you of its nature not corrupting you?
The Omnissiah protects us and shows us the way forward. We always make sure to not veer away from his path. We are working on this xenotech with extreme hate. We do not do it out of respect. We only wish to destroy them. To turn our enemies' weapons against them. We are no xenophiles. We do not gather these artifacts for personal gain.
I'ma scrutiny that.
Okay.
Just in case. I think my scrutiny is, no. It's the same as it was when you did it earlier. So that's gonna be, I gotta get a 22. Hey, that didn't roll. There we go. Oh, hell. That is a 97. That's a big old nope.
You know, I will also screw it. And that is a 4.
Hey.
Crazy. You can tell that
guys.
the adepts do indeed hate Xenos, and they do not revere their sophisticated and way more advanced technology. They do not wish to necessarily understand it. They wish to use it to make weapons and to be better prepared to face it in the future. Now, it does always have the danger that someone will become too enamored with it, that they will be seduced by its potential. And for the time being, none of the adepts seem to be I wouldn't say corrupted necessarily. They still appear to be adhering to the Omnissiah's teachings
I believe you, Magnus. Just be weary. That is all. I believe then our investigation here is done, Yingvar. Looks like it is not as corrupt as we thought.
No. Again, as I said before, prevent any interaction with any stock that come from Oberon. That planet has, but for our efforts, completely fallen, and its population will most likely have to be scourged. If any shipments do come through, you might actually do us a favor by disposing of them when they land.
Out of character, we were told about the invasion, right?
Yeah.
How important was it to keep it a secret again? Or is it to be made known?
Um, it would be prudent to keep it secret from large populations of civilians and of people, and keep it secret from people that are not able to handle this information. For example, a planetary governor that is not the brightest might um, devolve a whole planet into panic by sharing this information, but to a high-ranking tech priest, a magos, or any other, I don't know, military commander even, it might not hurt to inform them. It's not a secret.
Alright, in that case, Lucian will then say, and be prepared. There is a reason why we are closely scrutinizing this besides its corrupt nature and its sabotage effects. Soon, we may be facing more danger than just that. I would make sure that the Manufactorum is fully operational and surpass its current state if we are to meet this new threat.
Xenos bioforms that are able to integrate and reproduce with humans. That is troubling.
Indeed,
No.
especially if this is just a scouting force.
I would be willing to facilitate, to make tests. That sounds too dangerous. That it could very easily go out of hand. And the tragedy of Oberhand would be repeated. May the Omnissiah preserve us.
The Magi of this planet do not appear to be very knowledgeable of tyrannies in general. They know of their existence, they roughly know what they are, but they don't have any first-hand experience with them.
You know what? I would, if I have it, send the data slate over, just in case, so they are prepared.
The data quickly spreads among them, and they all go into a form of frenzy, communicating with one another in their secret tongue. And you can tell that they have been both, that they are both scared and intrigued by this life form.
Make sure to be prepared, Magos. Be weary.
Bless us, O Messiah. Let us vanquish this filth of our galaxy. The weakness of flesh made manifest. It shall be purged.
This specific sect is more interested in xenotech than xenobioforms. They
As
don't
long
have
as they don't get
any
corrupted.
magos biologis. And
Guess we move on to the next planet. I believe it
believe
was
so.
a feudal world.
I thought it was an agri world, which maybe it's a feudal agri world.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I think these are separate planets you're talking about. There's a agri world and there is a feudal world.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the only one in the hints is the one we're on right now.
Mhm.
Karkoswald. So, must be another one.
Which is more important, agri or feudal, you think?
Potential for sabotage on an agri world would potentially cause famine across even multiple sectors of the Imperium. On the other hand, there are far more people, or at least usually there are on a few, making it a bit easier to infiltrate. For my part, I would have to say because of the consequences of an infiltration, the agri world would be my priority.
Then let us inform the... What was it again? Watchmaster.
Mm,
Yeah, we Vox,
Atlas?
the yeah.
Inform
Yeah.
him that Karkos world is clear and we are moving on.
Alright. There is one brother that wants to talk to you. Yeah, another member of the Watch. Let's see. This guy. He.
Are we Primaris or are we just normal? Or are we firstborn?
There are Primaris in your Watch.
Ingvar is firstborn. He was made long before the Ultima Crusade.
Your Apothecary is Primaris, for example.
Yeah, I remember.
This brother. Brother Kedrick. He is an ultramarine. Used to be an ultramarine. And now that you've returned from your assignment on this planet, while you travel to go to the next one, he wants to have a meeting. Wants to have a word.
Speak, brother. What is on your mind?
Congratulations on your missions, brothers. They have been thoroughly successful. You've kept our apothecary busy as well. He's been monitoring and investigating your wounds for quite some time. He's very intrigued. I would like you to tell me some more personal experiences you had down there. What did it feel like when you took down that creature? What did it feel like being surrounded by hordes of mutants?
The hordes were... I would equate the hordes to being surrounded by 1,000 mule pups. A lot of noise, but very little danger. It was like walking through, well, what they were, a pack of mortals. Our armor and our faith protected us.
The only issue was the main one. I believe it's called the Patriarch.
Indeed.
I see, brothers. I can only imagine that it put up a big fight. I have been looking through your helmet recordings from that fight, looking at your fighting style, your tactics. I can say that I'm amazed by your performance. And I would like, if it's no trouble to you, if you could spare the time to maybe spar with me, brothers, so I can have a first-hand experience of what it is down there, how it is. Maybe you can teach me a thing or two.
I would be happy to give you some of my time in the sparring ring. Before I do that, I have not yet fully recovered from my wounds from that battle with the Patriarch. I was hoping to visit the apothecary and see if he might be able to patch me up further. I'll find you in the sparring arena.
Of course, brother. I wouldn't like a lackluster display of your skills. I want you to be whole. I don't want you to hold back. I will be seeing you when you are at your peak performance again, brother.
All Father willing.
Praise be to the Emperor.
You can visit the apothecary, of course. He will be also very curious to see any results or data that his Serval Skull has collected. His trusty serf.
Seems like we are getting some attention, brother.
Good performance will do that. Wow, something is really wrong with that servo skull. Varilis really needs to be defragged. He's just all over the place.
Azardari is happy to see his master. By the way, we all need to visit him. I am still feeling the effects of that battle.
As am I. This squad could really use an apothecary.
That it can. That it can.
Amael is at the med bay, still working on the samples you brought, making sure that they do not cause any further mutations or corruption. And he can patch you up. Successful Medicaid test. Another successful Medicaid test. And Lucian heals 10 wounds, and Ingvar heals for 13.
Ooh, that is
Full health.
nice. Yeah, I think that might. Yeah, that gets me back to full. Hell yeah. As ever, your ministrations are a marvel, brother.
You have my thanks, Brother Emmanuel. Brother... where is it? Amael?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, yep. Alright. You have my thanks, Brother Emil.
I take my duty very seriously, my brothers. And I take pride
As you
and
should.
honor in taking good care of my brothers.
As it should be. You are both the preserver of the present and the caretaker of the future. For when we fall, I know extracting our progenoids.
That is one of my duties, correct? Though it always pains me to see a brother fall. I am at least happy to know that their legacy can continue through their seed to the next neophyte that will take it up.
Well,
Sounded a
fear
bit
not,
strange.
brother. Well, fear not, brother. I don't intend to fall and require that particular right of yours anytime soon.
I should also thank you for taking good care of my assistant. And Verulus slowly hovers around Brother Amael. I hope he was of assistance to you, despite his limited Vox capabilities.
Yes, he was of most assistance to us.
I am very happy to
Yeah,
hear that.
definitely helped us.
A loyal servant when he was alive. And even so, after death. That's why I chose to have him honored this way.
Brothers, I am waiting for you at the cages. Shall we proceed with our sparring?
Forgive me,
Eager, is he?
brother. Yes, I have some lessons to hand out to an eager student.
It appears your experiences are considered extremely valuable by some of our brothers, some of our cousins. I will not hold you. Maybe we can spare some time to discuss things or maybe even spar. But now I believe you have a very impatient brother waiting for you. Let's not test his patience any
Indeed.
further.
And with that, Yingvar will go off to the cages.
Yep, Yushin will follow behind.
Alright. Let's go somewhere else. Going to the sparring cages, you descend down a few levels. There, your battle brothers train and exercise, shedding their power armors for more freedom of movement and for a more thorough demonstration of their physical capabilities. Ignore the heretics.
One does not ignore heretics.
Now, without his power armor, the brother's voice can be heard more clearly, more natural, without the Vox interference. I'm happy to see that you've made it, brothers. Who shall be the first one to spar with me? In a wrestling match.
Lucian, would you like the honors, or shall I take this one?
You know, I'm not that much of a wrestling man. More of into sword and, well, psychic abilities.
Very well. As Ingvar starts taking his armor off, I'll test you in hand-to-hand combat, my friend. Maybe you'll even learn something.
It would be a shame to visit Brother Amael twice in the same day.
Oh, have you already been to him? Well, I'll try not to rough you up too much.
I hope you picked up some
Yeah,
good
and
prosthetics from that planet. You're probably going to need some prosthetic teeth after we are done, brother.
Say, if you even succeed in punching me in the mouth, I'm treating you to some Fenrisian ale. So, he is not fully naked, but all he has on is a fur-lined brown, or excuse me, long reddish brown hair, full beard, and he's just punching his fists into his hands, waiting.
Brother Kedrick will approach steadily, and in the appropriate distance will charge to face you. And you make a weapon skill test to punch you in the face. It's a failed test. You can easily avoid the punch. And it is your turn.
This is wrestling. I am going to grapple him, but I need to look up the rules on how that works. Here we go. A melee attack used either as a charge action, standard attack, weapon test. Can try to dodge. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start there. So yeah, he's gonna try to grab him, probably get him in something like a full Nelson. It's looking like, 29. That is 1 degree of success. No, 2 degrees of success.
Kedrick dodges your grapple attempt.
Alright, good. You're slippery.
And he will then attempt an unarmed attack at you. I'm not going to be counting damage for the attacks. I'm only going to be counting
No.
that its attack gives you a point of fatigue, and if fatigue exceeds your toughness modifier, you are knocked out, essentially.
Gotcha.
A successful attack.
Ingvar will attempt to dodge.
Go ahead.
Nope. Nope, that is not a success.
1 point of fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, brother. Do not disappoint me now.
I think in response to that, Ingvar is actually, if you can use this with unarmed attacks, an all-out attack where he can't dodge the next attack, but he get. Okay, so that's plus 20. That just barely works, because, it'd be 55 to 75. Yep.
Does not dodge. Takes it to the face. Oh, there it is. That's patriarch energy right there. And he will...
I warned you, little brother. I don't hold back.
His turn to strike. A successful attack.
And I cannot dodge.
Yeah. A knee to the side. You exposed yourself to get a hit through, and he took the advantage and hit you back. You will find me to be a lot more cunning than that brutish thing you fought down there, brother. Am I
You'd
too
better
much
be. Am
I too much of a challenge?
This wolf has many more tricks.
It is your turn.
Yes, I am thinking... Yeah, he is going to try a knockdown, where he's going to essentially sweep the legs to knock him off his feet. It's a half action. And
Yeah.
it's an opposed strength test.
Alright.
Oh, that's a success.
He is not successful. He's knocked down. Overwhelmed by your strength.
Mm-hmm. And that's only a half action, so I can do a standard attack, which
Yeah.
is just a single strike. Does him being prone have any effect on that?
If I remember correctly, it's plus 10.
Okay. That's not good enough.
Okay.
But I did knock him down.
Yeah. He will
You
use
need to keep your
his-
feet under you, brother.
a tip trick. Taught to you
Cheap
by
tricks
one of
can
your
win
brothers
wars.
with tails, I suppose.
Taught to me by the great wolf himself. Always make sure your opponent can find no comfortable ground.
Half action to get up. Standard attack.
Mhm.
It is a success.
Dodge.
You can attempt to dodge.
Nope, I did not succeed.
A kick to your shin hurts. Your reinforced bones colliding with force. It pains me to kick you like this, brother. To kick you like a proper wolf. And you can read the sarcasm in this phrase. He means that he's kicking you like a dog.
Yes,
It is your turn.
you can laugh all you want, little brother. But wolves are not so fearful of cheap shots such as that. And he's gonna try to grapple him again.
Mm-hmm.
29.
You are successful.
So I've got a hold of him.
Yes.
Okay, let me zoom back down to that. So, when grappled,
Push, throw down, damage, stand, use item. And when someone is grappled, they
Yeah.
can attempt to break free, slip free, or take control of the grapple.
mm-hmm. Okay. So Ingvar's gonna try to essentially push him to the ground, and then I don't know the name of the hold, but get him in that hold where you're like hyperextending the arm at the shoulder.
Shoulder. I don't remember it.
Yeah, I never did wrestling. I've just seen it.
Okay. Grapple. That is your action.
Mm-hmm.
He will attempt to break free.
Okay. Is that an opposed strength, or how does
It
that
is
work?
opposed to strength.
Okay. That is a fail on Ingvar's part.
How many degrees of failure?
Quite a bit. Let me double check here. I'm at 74, and my strength is. It hasn't been changed, so yeah, 42. Yeah, that's quite a few. That's 3 degrees of failure.
He breaks free. If the active character wins, he breaks free and may perform any half action.
Mhm.
And we'll attempt a standard attack.
You're not so slippery now, are you?
It is successful.
Okay, gonna try to dodge. That's. I don't think. Yeah, that's not a success.
Okay. another hit. Do you often grapple your opponents like this? I don't remember you grappling the Patriarch. What am I supposed
Even
to think
your
of this,
codex
brother?
Even your codex tells you that you're supposed to adapt your tactics to the opponent at hand. I wouldn't grapple a giant patriarch, but some rogue marine, I absolutely would grapple them and hold them to the ground, all the better to slit their throat. Though, of course, not here, and then he'll punch him.
Okay.
If the dice will actually roll, that is not a success.
He will attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is a success.
Dodge. Whoa. That is a success by 1 degree of success.
Mm-hmm. It is enough. You dodge the attack. You will need to adapt your technique further, brother. Maybe
Done
you
for most
should
of them.
read the codex sometime. It is your turn.
Yes. I think Ingvar's actually just gonna try to get in a punch as he's recovering from this one. Just a standard attack. Oh, that's a 29 again. That's for his weapon skill. That's 2 degrees of success.
He dodges.
You are
Avoids.
quick on your feet, I have to give you that.
That was textbook evasion, brother. You would know it if you had read any of our combat manuals. Do you face adversity with letters and words? Maybe your librarian, our librarian brother can assist you. And he will attack.
That's about my... Yes.
It's a failed attack.
It's a lost cause, brother. That's a lost cause.
It is your turn.
Oh, did his attack fail?
Yeah, failed.
Okay. Ingvar, not liking this smarmy mouth, is going to try to trip him again.
It's,
It's a success, but it's the same roll I've rolled 3 times. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong when I click the dice.
If you want, you could also click R on your keyboard when you have it selected.
yeah,
Oh,
select
okay,
and
thank you. I'm gonna
spam
try
R,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's the same. It keeps coming up 29.
There's something weird happening
Well,
now.
I think the Emperor, or
they
probably
didn't.
just the
They
Emperor,
didn't roll.
claimed.
Okay.
I don't know. Wait, what's wrong with these dice? They
That time they rolled.
they look like they are attached to one another. The fuck?
Oh, yeah, I was trying to get it so I could roll them at the same time. Did I do something?
Yeah, you messed them up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because when they were attached, they cannot like roll.
Oh, okay. That's on me. Okay, then I'll use this one over here instead, and I'll just roll them separately. Sorry about that. Okay, let's do this right
alright.
now. Okay, that's... Come on. There we go. That's a 14 to trip him.
It's an opposed strength.
I think it's just a
Knockdown.
weapon skill. Knockdown.
Yeah, might be. Making 100%.
Yeah, it's just you make. Oh no, you're right. It does. It's an opposed
Yeah.
strength.
Impulse
Yep.
strength.
So off my strength, then that is still quite a few degrees of success. That's 3 degrees of success.
Okay. He's knocked down.
And with that half action, I will punch him immediately following that.
Okay.
So, okay. 23. That is a hit.
He will. He will not dodge.
Not so quick now. Is that something written in your codex?
Your dirty tricks. You know this isn't applicable on the battlefield.
Really? You're telling me if you were facing some size, you wouldn't try to knock them the advantage? To go to war is to become an animal, brother. And to become an animal, you must accept any opportunity for victory.
I will take this opportunity to bash you. A successful attack. You can attempt to dodge.
Yep. No, that didn't roll. There we go. It ended up on the same number, but... So my dodge has a success of 1 degree.
Okay, so you dodge it.
You're slow, brother. A mammoth would outpace you.
What is that? One of the creatures you have back at Fenris? Or is it what you call your planet's maidens?
It can be both.
It is your turn.
Ingvar will...
Yep.
Yes, Ingvar will punch him. And not successfully.
Allow me to enlighten you, brother. He hits.
We'll see about that. Yes, he does.
Another point of fatigue.
You need a little help there, Yingvar?
It is a brutal duel. How many fatigue have you gotten? And how much is your toughness?
I think I have 5 fatigue, and my toughness bonus is 8.
Okay. It is your turn.
Yes, it is. I'm going to try to grapple him again.
Mm-hmm.
Weapon skill check. Oh, probably not with that number. At least actually roll. Yeah, still, no. Try to leap on him.
Yeah. He again evades. And is his turn to attack. He will make an all-out attack. You see him
Okay.
grit his teeth and push it. And it is a successful attack. An attempt to dodge.
Not on an all-out attack, you can't. Oh, wait.
You can attempt to dodge.
Yes. Yes, okay. You're right. I was silly. I was thinking of something. That's a 2. That is a 2. That is very much a successful dodge, most likely.
relentless raids isn't his best suit, as it seems. Come back here, you. And it is your
Does
turn.
your codex demand that I stand still? I'm gonna try to grapple him again.
Mm-hmm.
Not with that number, I'm not.
He will attack. It is a successful attack. You can attempt to dodge.
Yep. Nope.
He hits you again.
I'm at 6 now, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're sweating, brother.
All animals sweat on a hunt. Well, the ones who can sweat. And he'll punch him.
Mm-hmm.
With a 9.
9. He will attempt to dodge.
That's almost 5 degrees of success.
He dodges.
What?
You can do better,
Did
brother.
they infuse
Come on.
rodent DNA into your gene seed? You're slipperier than a snow weasel.
My gene seed is the purest that can be.
The red scorpions might have something to say about that.
It is your turn. Oh wait, it's
No,
his. It's
I
his.
just attacked him.
It's his. Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Failed attack.
Well, it's worked out so great for me so far. I'm gonna try to trip him again. Oppose strength check. Probably not. Yeah, no, that's a 71.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
The same trick won't work on me twice, brother.
It already has.
Won't work thrice.
You have trouble with
Swings.
numbers?
He hits.
We'll see about that.
Ooh,
Oh, 7.
masterful
That
dodge.
is... Yeah, that's 3 degrees of success, if I'm doing my math right. Yeah.
His attack wasn't even close. It is your turn.
I just bat his hand away, and I'm like, come on, come on, come on. You have to be swifter than that. Really access that... He's going to try to grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps ill-advised, but it's kind of fun. Oh, that is a success. Not much of one, but it... Oh, wait, no, it's opposed strength. So no, that is a failure.
What is your degrees of success?
It's degrees of failure, if I'm doing this right. Grapple. Oh, no, it's a standard attack. 0 degrees of success, but it's 2 less than my my weapon skill.
Okay, you grapple him. You got him.
Got him. Got him. I'm actually gonna this thing says about grappling. I think it's just the one where you deal damage. Yeah, damage opponent. Pose strength check. If I win, they deal some damage, which I'm assuming is just gonna be fatigue.
Yeah.
All right, now it's an opposed strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a 5. That is a fail.
Okay. He will attempt to break free.
Do I roll to oppose this?
Yes, it's an opposed strength test.
Yep. That barely rolled. That is an 18. That is 2 degrees of success.
You still have him grappled. He failed.
Not slippery enough, Weasel. I'm gonna try to hurt him again.
Mm-hmm.
God, that sounds so sinister when you say that out loud. That is a fail. Let's see if there's other stuff I can do while grappled.
Okay. He will attempt to break free. Roll for strength.
Yep. Uh-oh, I think I might be lagging in the game. My dice aren't rolling. That was not a roll. That's a roll. Okay, this is probably going to be a fail. Yeah, it's a fail. It's at 80. There's no way.
Yeah. He's broken free and can attempt a half-action standard attack. His attack is successful.
Let's see if that's true or not. On a 6, that is 3 degrees of... Yes, 3 degrees of success.
You dodge. Fenrisian, fool! It is your turn.
Solid little reader. Let me show you how it's done. I am going to punch him.
Mm-hmm.
And I succeed by just 1 degree of success.
He dodges.
There's the little weasel coming out again.
You're putting up a fight, I'll tell you that, brother.
I thought I'd have you pinned on the ground begging for mercy by now, little ultramarine. I'm impressed.
He attacks successfully. You can attempt to dodge.
I believe that's a success. What happens when there's a 10 on the 10 die? Does that just bring it up? Is it that like 40?
No, it's 30.
Okay. So yeah, that's 1 degree of success on that dodge.
You dodge the punch. Why don't you take it to the chin like a proper hero of the sagas?
Then I'd owe you an ale, and I only brought so much.
It is your turn.
Yes. He will punch.
Mm-hmm.
No, that didn't roll. Come on. Okay,
Or
that
if you just select it and hit R, it does make it easier to roll.
Okay, I'll do the best I can to remember that. But that is a 25, so that is 3 degrees of success.
He does not dodge. Takes it. You animal.
Better an animal than a reader.
He successfully attacks.
Okay, right, R. There we go.
Come on.
It's not doing that on the percentile one. Thank you. That is definitely not a success.
Another hit.
Alright, so I'm at 7, so 1 more. I have 1 more.
It is your turn.
I'm gonna give him another punch. Just a regular punch. That's a success, 18. 2, sorry.
Does not dodge. You
Oh, wait.
strike him.
Yes, it is 3. Just a nice cut right to his chin. You need to build your stamina, brother. Your guard was good in the beginning, but now it's all sloppy. Keep your hands up.
I do not exert any more than I have to, brother. You should maybe try to do the same. You look tired. And he attacks. It is a successful attack. It dodge.
That is a successful dodge, yeah.
You dodge.
2 degrees of success. Not as tired as you appear to be. He's gonna... Yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and punch him again.
Mm-hmm.
That is a success.
He dodges. You lack finesse, brother.
And you lack creativity.
Your techniques might be suited for hog hunting. But you need something more sophisticated than that. Take this. A successful attack.
That is a successful dodge.
You dodge it. You may strike back.
And your techniques could barely best a servitor. Whereas I have wrestled thunder wolves to their death. And he's going to try to grapple him again.
Mm-hmm.
And get a 96. God damn it. I did. So yeah.
Pitiful attempt. Allow me to demonstrate proper technique, brother. It is a successful attack.
Yes, it is.
And so, by the rules of the sparring matches, he is the victor.
Right, and I'm knocked unconscious or something.
For the sake of time management, and given that you are a lot more fatigued than him, he will say, I still don't understand why you were picked to go down there. There are a lot more competent battle brothers on this barge that could have gone to this mission.
Perhaps it's just luck.
And perhaps there is something in the technique I used you have not yet learned, even as you have watched me. You put up a good fight, brother. I thought this was a friendly sparring match, not something to prove who was more worthy.
We prove ourselves by our deeds and our successes.
Then we have more than proved ourselves with our mission.
And you would do well to review the recordings of our success and learn. Ultramarine. And he's gonna shoulder check him as he walks out of the...
Yeah.
He was gonna be nice to him, but then he had to be all like, oh, you're not worthy. Fuck you.
He scoffs and goes like, typical Fenris.
Next time we spar, we'll have blades. Maybe then you'll see. But I doubt it. You spend too much time reading your codex to understand how real warriors fight.
Come now, brothers. Let's not get too heated. We still fight for one Imperium.
I hope that one day we will be called on a mission together, brother. then maybe I can demonstrate what I mean in front of your own eyes against real opponents.
Only time and the Allfather's will tell.
Pray tell me, what is the name of your squad, brother?
Squad name?
For Cedric.
I can think of one right now.
If we are ever in need of assistance, perhaps we shall call upon you, and then you can show us what you mean.
I will be more than happy to. I will also have a word with Watchmaster. With our Watchmaster, Kakus, that he may intensify our training. It is evident that some of us need it.
We shall see.
For the sake of not further derailing the session, I will not have a willpower test to avoid punching him in the face for that.
Lucian will probably see you tensing up, just like pat you on the shoulder and start taking you away from here before you get too heated. Come now, brother, let's go. We still have a mission to prepare for.
Brother Kedrick will take a different exit. We'll go
As
to
best he fucking should.
we'll go to mend his bruises and clean himself.
Looks like it's time to visit Brother Emil again.
Yes. It is a shame to trouble him twice.
Brother Amael is happy to see you. He comments on the severity of your bruises and your the damage you've suffered.
Standard sparring session. You understand, right, Brother Emil?
I do indeed. I'm just happy to see you without you having wounds from any parasitic creature.
You and me both.
Indeed. Whatever dispersions I might cast on our brothers, they're not parasites. He fought well. If he hadn't talked out of his ass about worthiness, I would have been happy to share a drink with him and feast alongside him. The arrogance of him and his chapter knows no bounds.
You know how they are.
It sounds very much like our chaplain has some work to do with our brother.
I believe so.
He might be talented
again,
in blade
always.
and pistol and bolter, but he should not forget that the mind is a deadly weapon and should not be turned inwards or towards allies. It saddens me to know that I cannot cure him of his thoughts or of his demeanor. I hope our chaplain might be able to lead him down the correct path.
Only time will tell.
time heals all wounds.
I find it doesn't usually heal lost limbs.
Depends. Artificial limbs are still limbs.
Is that healing or replacing?
What's the difference?
A topic for the wolf and rune priest to discuss. Librarians and chaplains to your chapters.
Huh? Come
I
again?
understood it.
Just
yeah.
different names
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
Space
yeah.
Wolf chapters. I just know I have no desire to stay away from plasma weapons.
Anyways, let's go visit the Watchmaster. See how close we are to our destination.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Interesting. Your watchmaster will let you know. You have a full week before reaching your destination.
Guess it's practice and sparring for us.
It seems so. I'm going to have a drink. And Yngvar is going to go to his quarters and have a full cup of the Fenrisian ale he smoked.
Lucian's just gonna go and meditate.
Right. Watchmaster Kakas will give you a briefing of what you are going to face, what the available data is, and what parts of it are expected to have changed. For example, population numbers, any geographical locations. And he will be giving you a more extended rundown of the mission on our next session. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you everybody for watching. See you on the next one.